Hello, I'm Dog Boy Malone. Now, unfortunately, we've got a slight problem with these keys. The gentleman has given me this key to play around with, and he said he might be an hour or two, and he might have to come back. So I'm just gonna probably ride Popolina's bike back, which is very exciting stuff. And may I say, I'm extremely lucky to ride this magnificent bike. It's been a great ride, but unfortunately the problem we've got at the moment is Pubella. And Pubella was one of the best cars I've ever owned. Unfortunately at the moment it's not going so well, but you know, these things are sent to test us. But of course it could be worse. I could be in a war zone now. I could be having my leg blown off. So I consider myself very lucky, actually. You know, it's just a case that I'm not very lucky with cars and locks. But you know, we can't be lucky all the time. And here I've got these keys, so hopefully, hi. So hopefully I'll be able to get that sorted. Pubella. Oh, Pubella's girlfriend. Luckily, on the maiden voyage of riding Popolina's bike, it was very successful. The handlebars were loose, but I got back pretty safely and got the pedals out of the way so I could put down the actual bike stand. And I felt particularly good about that. Come on. Come on. Go. Oh, Bolo. Oh, you're so lovely. Oh, you're so beautiful, Bolo. So, here we go. Not very successful with the car. And I have been away for a little bit, I have to admit, but I'm on my way back now. Well, the thing is, I've been away for a little bit. I've been moving home. So, you know, really rather boring stuff. And I've been, it's been my intention to make some more videos, actually. So, you know, just keep watching if you don't mind. Well, obviously, life can be a little bit hectic sometimes. And you don't then have the time to do the things you love. So, you know, unfortunately, I've had to move home. It's very exciting. This is where I'm living at the moment. Very exciting stuff. And so really I need to talk about some stuff really. So I want to talk about maybe the moon, because this does excite me a little bit. And I've got a few little things I want to say about the moon. Because the moon is very strange to me. There are some anomalies that I'm not entirely sure of. I think one of the things is that you only actually see one side of the moon. Just the one side. You don't see the dark side of the moon. You only actually see the one side of the moon, which to me seems a little bit strange. And I'll tell you why. Well, for one, there are lots of like craters in the moon. But you can only see one side, so I guess the craters got fired from Earth to the moon? I mean, of course, that sounds preposterous there, Bolo. But apparently so, yes. All the craters have seemingly come from Earth to the moon. Cool. But, you know, the thing is, I don't think that's right at all, because that's just stupid. That's absolutely stupid, Bolo. I mean, for goodness sake, how does that happen? The meteors come in, they hit the moon, but you only see one side of the moon. Excuse me, hang on. I mean, was it a case that we, like, fired them at the moon? Or did they hit the moon and then the moon turned round? How does that work? I mean, seriously, how does that work? It seems to me like a very strange thing indeed, that has happened. But hey, I guess that's what science teaches, so it must be true. So I'm quite tempted to say shenanigans. It just sounds like a load of rubbish, doesn't it? I mean, really? Hang on, let me get this right. Hang on, I've got a good little fact for you. You're gonna like this one. The moon is 400 times smaller than the sun. And yet the sun is 400 times further away than the moon. Bloomin' heck. Thank goodness for that, eh, Bolo? Thank goodness for that. Because if that wasn't the case, you wouldn't get eclipses, and, you know, it wouldn't be right, would it? There would definitely be something totally wrong about that, had it not been for the case that exactly 400 times smaller and 400 times further away the sun. Freaking awesome. So it seems to me that science basically could be talking out their bottoms. I don't know what you think about that, but personally I think that it just doesn't seem right. It seems a little bit dodgy, if you ask me. And it is a very dodgy old game, this life, if you stop and have a look at the bigger picture. So have a little think about that, you know what I mean? Purely for the fact that fecal matter is potentially going down and you don't even know it.